Hey fellow TPers, as in toddler parents, obviously. You know guys, we've all been there, right? We've all seen our kids reach into their diapers, find a bit of the brown stuff, and think, you know what, Dad, Mum, I'm gonna become an artist. I'm talking Frida Crappos on their nice clean clothes.
On the wall, laying in it like little Pablo Picassos.
We got you guys. We have a great hack that's gonna stop poo painting in its tracks.
It's beautiful.
You can use this hack immediately. Like say that they are reaching into the diaper and they are mid like, and you're like, no, and they're like, you can use it. In that time, you can stop it.
And then we'll show you how to keep the problem at bay for the future until they get through this phase. And this too shall pass. We're going to be talking about a lot of poop today, but this tip is this is not the kind of parenting I signed up for.
At all.
You know, you have the babies and they're so cute and little and tiny and you're like, oh my god, you pooped, who cares? We don't mind, it's so beautiful. And then they turn 1 and they decide they're gonna get in there and paint the whole wall with it. Who told them to do that? Who did it? Wasn't us. Some people call it such weird things.
Yeah.
They're like, did you doodle?
Did you crapple doodle doo?
It's poop, y'all. It's poop. And it's gross.
I take umbrance with doo-doo because it's very close to dada. Like what? Am I just one letter away from being poop?
If the poo fits. That's back when it's cute. Now it's not cute.
Yes.
Now it's on our walls and we are here to fight it.
First, as promised, here's a simple hack to stop the problem right now. If there's about to be poop placed on a finger, on fingers, multiple fingers, plural, or on a wall, this is going to stop it in its tracks.
Hope that they put it on the wall and not in there. That also happened.
Step 1.
Obviously, make sure you're changing your kids as regularly as possible. The longer they have something in their diaper, the more uncomfortable they'll be and the more likely they are to dig.
This is really a hack for more when they're just doing this constantly and you're not really able to get to them that quickly because they're just always trying to dig in their diaper whether you've just changed it or not. Changing their diaper every hour we find is like a super helpful thing to be doing anyway. Even if you haven't smelled anything or like they haven't said, oh, I peed,
Check it.
you know, you'll check every hour because that just helps to avoid this situation in the first place. Number 2.
So step 2, here we go. Super simple. Grab a onesie. We prefer a sleeper type. We like ones that have long sleeves and long legs. You can have feet or not, doesn't matter.
But what does matter is that there is a zip and no buttons. Okay, that's really important. They can have a button like this at the top, that's totally fine, but you want them to have a zip going all the way down. There are some really great ones that we love. This is like, for example, Carter's. You can get them from Amazon, Target. They're really cheap, really inexpensive. We're talking a few bucks, and we'll link to some of our favorites in the description below so you guys can see where we got these.
Step 3, and here's the genius part. It came from my mama, single mother of 6 children.
You see this? Everyone wears it like this. You guys are gonna turn it around, okay? I know it's so simple and that's why it's so brilliant. This is now on their backs. They cannot reach the zip. They cannot open it.
Yeah.
They are trying to like be like, oh, I want to dig in and find out what's going on. And like, I can't do it. There's no way for me to open this. I can't even reach under it. I can't get into it. There's no way for them to access their diaper.
It's a straight jacket.
It's a baby straight jacket. It's literally a parent approved straight jacket. And we were like, whoa.
Are you kidding?
Blew our minds.
Genius. Genius. So we did it, and it worked immediately. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to put this on backwards, zip it up. This is a little added extra protection. Button, and there you go. They're comfortable. Doesn't disturb their comfort at all, and they can't get into it. They'll try for a second, then they'll be distracted by something else. They'll give up.
And if the onesies have like feet on the ends of these, some of these have feet included, it's not a big deal. Don't have to snip them off or something that some people do. You can actually turn the feet around and they can still walk in them, no problem. It's really
still comfortable
for them, yeah. Game changer.
Great job, Mom.
It's so simple, such a great hack. That's why we love it.
So you have the problem under control for now. That's good, right?
Yep.
We got the onesie hack. We're doing great.
And friends can come around and they can see that you don't actually have a brown accent wall and you don't have to worry about those things anymore, which is great. But you know, the kids can't be wearing backwards onesies for their whole lives. So here's how to keep the problem at bay so it doesn't arise in the future. First, just so you guys know, it's totally normal and also kind of a really good sign of development if your kids are digging in their diapers. They're curious, they're learning about their bodies. It really is a great sign, and a lot of pediatrician studies have shown that is like a working kid's mind, and curiosity is like one of the best things that they can have.
It means they're exploring. It means they want to know what's going on down there. What the heck's happening? It's poop, it's squishy, it's kind of fun if you think about it. right?
Them digging in their diapers can normally start at the age of around 12 months. If it's a bit earlier or a bit less, it's no big deal, but it is totally normal and actually a good sign that you're doing good things with your kid and that they're learning a lot. But why are they digging in their diapers in the first place? That's what we want to try and get to the bottom of so that we can stop it at the cause, right? So we think there are 4 main reasons, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through each of those and give you guys a solve for each one.
Number 1 is just discomfort.
I mean, if you've got some big fat Mr. Michelin Man diaper on yourself, you know, you're going to feel weird.
It feels yucky to have a diaper full of pee and poop.
You know, it might be stinky to them as well, and you know, it just, they may have a rash down there. It really just isn't a comfortable sensation.
Nothing to get a rash.
It takes nothing to get a rash, as we all find out, as I'm sure you guys have too. So they don't like feeling like that and they want to feel clean. They may just want to get in there and get it off for that reason.
One obvious solve for that is just to make sure you're changing them very regularly. Change the diaper as quickly as you can.
Anytime that you do see a blue line, if they've wet themselves or smell something, just check it. And even so, we just check every hour whether we've smelled or seen anything or not. And that way, generally, you can catch it pretty quick. You're not checking every 5 minutes, but you're checking often enough that you'll catch it quickly before they get a rash. And that way, they're going to feel a bit more clean, a bit more comfortable. They're not going to dig in as much.
Obviously, taking away the poop is taking away their paint. So change it real fast. Number 2, your kid is finally ready to potty train. If your toddler is making a habit of taking off their diaper, they understand the association with I pooped, I peed, now I need to change, and they're trying to do it themselves.
They're saying that, hey, I know that every time I have a dirty nappy, you change me, so I'm just going to help you. I'm going to just change it myself. So they're actually trying to be helpful. And, you know, then you're like, no, don't do it. They get a bit confused. And the best thing you can do in that situation, the solve for this, is to consider starting to potty train them. You know, they are showing their signs of readiness, and, you know, maybe they're saying, I want to go to the potty and things like that. And definitely those things can help, like, make it not such a crazy long process. You can actually start to put them on the toilet instead of, you know, maybe have them run around naked for a little bit and have them go on the toilet whenever they say to you, I need to go potty, daddy. You can put them down. They're showing you that they potentially are ready to start potty training, so consider starting to potty train them.
That's right, don't be a potty pooper.
Reason number 3, it's totally like entertainment for kids. Like, they are like, oh, what is this fun thing on me?
Kids can make toys out of anything. Diapers are cool. They got tabs you can pull, sticky stuff, and poop. Poop is like Play-Doh. They can totally play with that all day long. It's super interesting.
They are definitely exploring their bodies. They're exploring everything that's around them, and that is essentially another toy that they think that they might be able to play with.
Here's a great solve, especially for an older toddler around 2 or 3. Make it a game. Make a game out of doing anything but touching that diaper. The diaper is lava, if you will.
So it could be like, oh, every time you don't touch your diaper, I'm going to give you a tickle. Or every time you don't touch it, you're going to get a sweet hug or something like that. And if you do, then I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to ignore it. It's going to be boring, and kind of try and get their attention going in a different way. You can also put additional clothes on top of the diaper. So, you know, obviously they may be in whatever they're wearing, like shorts or a onesie or whatever. But, you know, there isn't anything wrong with necessarily putting a second pair of shorts or a second like leggings or something underneath that, so that it just is one more barrier to them getting into it, and maybe they'll play with that instead. And reason number 4 is mostly about attention. I think kids want your attention. Whether they're doing good things or bad things to get your attention, they don't really know the difference at this age. So they're just like, oh, when I do the thing where I reach in my nappy, you go like, what? And you start looking at me and you like get off your phone or whatever it is and like start to pay attention. So if you give them that reaction, then they're going to do it more. You know, for example, if our kids are like play fighting and, you know, we're letting them get on with it and they're having a good time, and then one of them like pulls the other one's hair or like pushes them hard or something, we'll be like, hey, don't do that. And now all of a sudden it's a game. Now it's like, I'm gonna pull their hair. You did the thing.
So deep breath. Brace yourself. When you see the poo on the wall, when you see it in their hands, when you see it on their face, yes, we have seen it on their face. When you see it, deep breath. Realize that your child is normal, that you're going to clean this up and all will be well again. And then you're going to do that hack we gave you, and it's going to be back to normal again.
Okay, I saw you did that thing, and I'm not going to like do anything about it. Now, obviously, if it gets violent, you got to take care of that. Like, you got to separate them and do what you have to do. But if it's something like a nappy, it's hard, but try to be like, I'm not going to react too much. I'm not going to like give into this baiting and see how they won't do it as much because they'll be like, well, I didn't get anything from doing that. Let me find the next thing to bait them with.
The biggest thing you can do, obviously, is avoid big reactions, but also give them something else to distract them.
Don't react too much if they start going into the diaper. Try and keep their hands out of it and then be like, oh, let's read this book. Let's play this with this toy. Let's watch this TV show. There's a million things that you can use to have fun with them that is not their nappy, and just move them onto that.
I do this thing where I do faux surprise, where I'll be like, oh, did you hear that? I thought I heard a fire truck. Did you hear the fire truck?
And they love that.
Works every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you guys still falling for this?
So hopefully this hack and these tips will help you guys banish that poo painting to the steaming pile of history where it belongs.
To see more Kid Life Crisis, click here to watch our latest video.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Smell you later.
Definitely.